voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turner office, and it is time, folks, for Optimum Athletes, brought to you by Optimum Rehab in Wahpeton. Make sure to optimize your health at Optimum Rehab if you got a sports-related injury. And, I hate bringing up injuries when we're around the athletes, so it's a little tricky subject sometimes. But Jack Gilbertson having a fantastic sophomore year, so we figured we'd hear about it a little bit as far as how well he's doing in Wahpeton basketball, and then also we can look back to the football season too. But first off, just having a great sophomore year so far, Jack. How fun has it been to kind of go out there with your wingman, Braden Steffens, and kind of be a very effective 1-2 punch?
Well, I had high expectations for this year. You know, I thought we were going to be good, of course. I think we're going to be good every year.
Mm-hmm.
But going out with Braden, and I've been playing with him since I was, 7, 8, and we were playing in the front yard going at each other, and it's great playing with him, knowing that he's such a good player and he creates offense for everyone else, and he's just a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun to play with him.
Mm-hmm. And tell me about some other things that you think your just team does well collectively. You're like, this is why I think we're going to be a dangerous team to run into in the playoffs.
Well, I think when it comes to playoffs, it's a defensive matter, and Ralph really makes it a big point in our practice that
mm-hmm.
defense is our biggest part of our game, and also having high energy in the games and not letting anyone stick around.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And tell me a little bit about just your growth as a player. I know you said you had high expectations for this season, and there was kind of some buzz coming into the year too. Everybody's like, "Oh, Jack's got to take it a little bit of a jump here. He can dunk all of a sudden now." So tell me a little bit about just how you thought that coming into the year, maybe some things you thought you were going to improve on, I guess.
Well, I thought last year coming towards the end of the season, I didn't play my best, so I really wanted to make a point at the start of the season that I could score the ball,
mm-hmm.
and also locking down one of their best players every single game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you've definitely taken a huge jump scoring-wise to the point where it's really something that teams have to factor in. They can't just say we got to take away Steffens and we're good. Here's the number 1 on the scouting report. Here's number 2. So how dangerous do you think that makes you guys as far as I'm sure it's also fun to watch him go off some nights and then you on other nights?
Well, yeah, I feel like if we're both not scoring, then one of us is scoring, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really nice to have that sort of cushion, and it also gives you a certain amount of confidence in the other person and,
mm-hmm.
and yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then we can look back to the football season as well, your first year as the starting QB, and obviously not racking up the wins kind of how you guys expected, but what were some things that you thought were a big takeaway from your first year as the head QB?
Well, under my dad, of course, it's fun to play with him, and just being at home and talking football at home is a great thing
mm-hmm.
to have with your head coach, and it's not a luxury that many people have
mm-hmm.
with their quarterback and head coach.
I'm glad that both of you guys factor in how much of a weapon that can be. As far as all right, we can actually go right to the drawing board here. He's down the hall. I can go tell my son what I want him to be doing.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's always working football in the football season, just sitting at the dinner table, and then sometimes I'll come up behind him and he'll talk about what he wants to do this week and just the game plan moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's something that you have grown up with, of course, with Gilby being a coach for all the programs, for all these years. So tell me a little bit about how fun it is now that you're finally here doing the varsity sports. I'm sure it felt like a 30-year wait, but now that you're actually kind of doing it, how fun is it?
Well, it's great. I think, he's been waiting too. I think he's been wanting me to come and take a big jump in the program, of course, and then
mm-hmm.
be his quarterback. And I think he loves it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then also with Brett being part of the programs too, tell me a little bit about how fun it is having a brother around too.
Well, he comes during practice, and it's always fun to talk to him. He's a funny guy. Everybody jokes with him, and it's just great to have him around.
Yeah, I'm sure it's kind of a different element that is nice to inject into the coach's room, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about, just as far as with the playoffs right around the corner, what do you think is something that you guys want to kind of, I don't know if I'd say fix, but maybe an adjustment that you guys can make where you're like, if we do this, we're going to be a scary team?
I think definitely time and score is one of our biggest problems, taking a jumper that we can get early in the clock or late in the clock,
mm-hmm.
and we're taking it early in the clock, but we can get it later, and we want to control the pace of the game and not rush too many things, but we also want to run in transition.
Gotcha. And then obviously don't want to wish away time for kind of the next couple of years, but since you're a sophomore, you've already gotten off to such a great start to your career. Do you have any goals for yourself, just like as far as career goals, or they can be team-oriented too? It could be like, win this, or just kind of what drives you, I guess?
Well, definitely the city, win the state championship for them, and then I've always wanted to be the leading scorer for Wahpeton, so I think that's a big part of it.
Awesome. I'm trying to think who's number one right now.
Is it Blaze Irwin?
Oh, I would think it would be Blaze. That seems pretty good. Like 1,500 probably?
Yeah. Around there.
Oh, we can catch that up. Oh, you got plenty of time. I'm excited to see how your journey for the scoring title goes and everything else for your career, Jack. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm good.
Well, appreciate you hopping on. Jack Gilbertson, about to hop into the playoff basketball season, and it should be a very fun March. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
This has been Optimum Athletes, brought to you by Optimum Rehab in Wahpeton. Now for a quick word from our sponsor.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.